The relationship between China and Taiwan is complex, deeply rooted in a shared yet contentious history, and fraught with historical baggage that continues to influence their interactions today. It is a story of civil war, political separation, and enduring tensions that have shaped the modern identities of both regions. To understand the present, we must delve into the past, exploring the roots of this intricate relationship. In the early 20th century, China experienced a period of upheaval and revolution, marked by the fall of the Qing dynasty and the rise of competing political factions. The Chinese Communist Party, led by Mao Zedong, emerged victorious in the civil war against the nationalist government of Chiang Kai-shek, fundamentally altering the political landscape. In 1949, the defeated nationalists fled to the island of Taiwan, establishing their own government and setting the stage for decades of division. This marked the beginning of the Two Chinas era, with both sides claiming to be the legitimate government of all of China, leading to a prolonged period of tension and rivalry. For decades, the two sides existed in a state of political and military standoff, each preparing for the possibility of conflict. The international community was initially divided on the issue of Taiwan's status, with many countries unsure of how to navigate the complex political landscape. However, over time, most countries, including the United States, switched their diplomatic recognition to the People's Republic of China on the mainland, significantly altering the geopolitical dynamics. This shift in recognition further isolated Taiwan on the international stage, limiting its ability to participate in global affairs. Despite the lack of formal diplomatic ties, Taiwan developed into a vibrant democracy and economic powerhouse, showcasing its resilience and innovation. Its success story stands in stark contrast to the authoritarian political system on the mainland, highlighting the divergent paths taken by the two regions. This stark difference in political systems has further complicated relations between China and Taiwan, adding layers of ideological conflict to their already strained relationship. Today, the Taiwan Strait remains one of the most sensitive flashpoints in the Asia-Pacific region, a focal point of geopolitical tension that has persisted for decades. Tensions have escalated in recent years, fueled by China's growing military assertiveness and Taiwan's determination to maintain its autonomy. The stakes are high, with both sides unwilling to back down. China views Taiwan as a breakaway province that must eventually be reunified with the mainland, by force if necessary. This stance is deeply rooted in Chinese national identity and historical claims. Taiwan, on the other hand, asserts its own sovereignty and the right to self-determination. The island has its own government, military, and constitution, functioning as a separate entity. The government in Taipei maintains that Taiwan is a separate entity and that its future should be decided by its own people. This democratic principle is a cornerstone of Taiwan's political identity. This fundamental difference in perspectives lies at the heart of the cross-strait conflict. The ideological divide is stark, with China advocating for reunification and Taiwan pushing for recognition of its independence. China has stepped up military activities around Taiwan in recent years, including air and naval exercises. These maneuvers are seen as a show of strength and a warning to Taiwan and its allies. These actions are widely seen as a way to intimidate Taiwan and underscore China's resolve to prevent any move towards formal independence. The international community watches closely, aware of the potential for conflict. China's military modernization has also raised concerns about its ability to project power in the region. Advanced weaponry and increased defense spending signal China's commitment to its strategic goals. Taiwan, for its part, has been bolstering its defenses and seeking to strengthen ties with like-minded countries, particularly the United States. These alliances are crucial for Taiwan's security strategy. The island nation is acutely aware of the military imbalance across the strait and is determined to deter any potential aggression from China. Taiwan's efforts to modernize its military and enhance its defensive capabilities are ongoing. The United States plays a pivotal role in the China-Taiwan relationship, a role that is both influential and complex. Washington has long adhered to a policy of strategic ambiguity when it comes to Taiwan, a policy that has been in place for decades. This policy is designed to deter China from attacking Taiwan while simultaneously discouraging Taiwan from declaring formal independence. It's a delicate balance that requires constant attention and adjustment. The U.S. One China policy acknowledges that there is only one sovereign state called China, but it does not endorse the PRC's claim of sovereignty over Taiwan. This distinction is crucial in maintaining diplomatic relations. This nuanced stance allows the US to maintain unofficial relations with Taiwan while preserving its formal diplomatic ties with China. It's a tightrope walk that requires skillful diplomacy. The US is committed to providing Taiwan with the means to defend itself, as stipulated in the Taiwan Relations Act. This includes arms sales and military support. This act, passed by Congress in 1979, obliges the U.S. to provide Taiwan with arms sales and military support to ensure its self-defense capabilities. It's a legislative commitment that underscores the U.S. stance on Taiwan's security. However, the U.S. has also been careful to avoid any actions that could be perceived by China as provocative or as endorsing Taiwanese independence. This caution is essential to prevent escalating tensions. This delicate balancing act has become increasingly difficult to maintain as tensions between China and Taiwan have escalated. The geopolitical landscape is ever-changing, and the U.S. must navigate these waters with precision and care. Imagining peace hypothetical scenarios and concessions. In the pursuit of a peaceful resolution to the Taiwan issue, it is essential to consider hypothetical scenarios and potential concessions from both sides. One such scenario could involve Taiwan offering to formally renounce any claim to territory currently controlled by the People's Republic of China. This concession could address one of China's core concerns regarding Taiwan's political status. Another hypothetical scenario could involve Taiwan proposing a phased approach to reunification, with a focus on enhancing economic and cultural ties as a precursor to political integration. This approach could potentially mitigate some of China's security concerns by demonstrating Taiwan's willingness to work towards eventual reunification. Further concessions could include Taiwan agreeing to limitations on its military capabilities, such as a cap on defense spending or a reduction in arms purchases from the United States. This gesture could alleviate China's anxieties about Taiwan posing a military threat and create a more conducive environment for dialogue. The impasse. Why dialogue remains elusive. Despite the potential for peace offers and concessions, the current geopolitical climate makes a peaceful resolution to the Taiwan issue appear increasingly unlikely. Deep-seated mistrust and fundamentally divergent views on sovereignty and self-determination present formidable obstacles to meaningful dialogue. China's unwavering commitment to its One China principle, which asserts its absolute sovereignty over Taiwan, leaves little room for compromise. Beijing views any concession to Taiwan's autonomy as a slippery slope towards formal independence, an outcome it is determined to prevent at all costs. Taiwan, on the other hand, is equally resolute in its pursuit of international recognition and self-governance. The island nation's democratic values and distinct identity fuel its resistance to any form of integration with mainland China under the current political system. Moreover, the involvement of external actors, particularly the United States, further complicates the situation. China views U.S. support for Taiwan as interference in its internal affairs and a challenge to its core interests, hindering efforts to find common ground.